First, I'm going to take my paper and fold it into thirds by folding the top and the bottom edge down and then pressing it flat, opening it up, and I have a trifold paper. Then I'm going to draw 3 wide rectangles on the page. This is the first step for the drawing. You'll have the instructions too. At the top, instead of making the rectangles, I'm going to make 2 squares, just like this. Now, looking at the template that you have on Google Classroom, you can start drawing in all of the details. I'm going to kind of work systematically from the bottom towards the top on all the details. Draw these horizontal lines and then draw the little arches. There are 4 pillars, so I'm going to place the 4 pillars at the bottom and then draw them coming down. And then the arches from the top. It helps if you draw this kind of curved diagonal line towards the outside edge first. Under each archway, there are 2 doors. And then I'm going to put a little bit of detail around them and then some more detail on the pillars before I work on the next section up. This is a pretty symmetrical building, so I'm going to do the same thing on both sides, making sure that it's at the same horizontal level on both sides. So you can get out ruler if you want to measure across, or just do it by eye, but make sure you're doing the same lines on both sides. Mine's a little off, but I'm just going to keep moving on. So just keep looking at your template that's online and copying what you see. You can follow along with me, pausing as you go, or you can pause the video and look at the template you have online and work from there. And then fast forward this video till you get to the next step. Right here, I'm going to draw another horizontal line, which will help me line up all of the things that go up here. So I'll draw the pillars coming down. They should line up all the way down the building because these are weight-bearing and you want to make sure they're all lined up, otherwise your building will come toppling down. I'm going to draw the rest of these arches here and then put the windows on them and the little details. I'm kind of going to bounce back between the 2 outside ones because they match before doing the rosette window in the middle. I'm almost done with this step. I'm going to add some more detail on this top section, and after that I'm going to get to outlining everything with black Sharpie marker. The last thing I'm going to do, which I could have done sooner, is draw this rosette window. I draw a circle and start with a wheel in the middle and then attach all of the wheel spokes with little arches. Now I'm going to really quickly outline everything in Sharpie. Sometimes at night in Paris, they make a really beautiful light show on the Notre Dame Cathedral. So I'm going to show you a way that you can marble your paper to make it look like that light show. It's a little different than what you have in the handout on Google Classroom, so you can do yours either way. I'm drawing with regular Crayola marker on top of aluminum foil. You could also use the inside of a potato chip bag or any kind of slick plastic. Just color with marker, and then after you're done, get a damp cloth or sponge, get your paper wet. You want it to be a little bit shiny so that the water can move around. Then put it on top of your foil, give it a nice back rub, lift it off, see how it looks. Add a little more water, maybe color some more on here, and then print more ink onto your Notre Dame Cathedral. After it's dry, you want to cut yours out. Mine's not quite dry enough to cut out, but I don't have very much patience, so I'm just going to try it. But it really helps if you wait for it to dry. Next, get out a piece of black construction paper or any kind of colored paper to glue your Notre Dame Cathedral onto. Make sure you put your glue around the outside so the sides don't lift up. Put a lot of glue on there before you glue it down to the paper. After you glue it down, make sure it's pressed down really nicely, and then we're going to cut strips of paper. I'm going to use the leftover paper from around my cathedral, and I'm going to glue these on to show some sense of space in your picture. So I'm going to put the strip of paper straight at the bottom, in the middle, and then kind of curving towards the outside to make it look like there's a sense of perspective looking towards the cathedral. If you have a paint pen or some kind of opaque paint to do this, you can use that as well. I do not have that, so I'm just going to use the strips of paper. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing the art that you make.